Hey everybody, I'm gonna give it just a couple seconds to see if any more people come in. Cause hey Rose, how are you? Rose, I haven't forgot. I'm gonna call you just as soon as my voice is completely is a little better. I can't. This is as much as I've been able to talk in a week. Hey, French, it's okay. That's what I'm going to talk about. What happened last night, and also what happened Friday night. That's exactly what I'm going to talk about. Thank you so much, French. Hey, Cece, how are you? Thank you so much, Cece. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I want to talk about. I can't even recover from being sick all week for them for the way that they're acting, and I've had it. I've really just had it. She wants attention, she's getting attention. My mama might have raised me to be a lot of things. She did not raise me to take crap off of somebody like that woman. I can promise you that. My mama raised me better than that, and I'm not going to take it. Okay, I wanted to tell y'all that the reason I haven't went live this week is, well, last week now, I guess you could say, is because I've been sick. Um, I've had earache, sore throat, my voice is gone, um, and I've been running the fever. I do not think it's COVID because my sinuses and allergies have been bothering me for a little while. But I think it's just finally gotten to the point that I'm going to need some medicine. I was going to go get a sinus cocktail shot Thursday, but my doctor got sick and they actually closed her clinic. The only provider in her clinic. And so I can't go until Tuesday because, of course, they're closed tomorrow. So I'm going to go Tuesday and let her just check my ears, everything, and make sure they're not infected. And then, and to hopefully get a sinus cocktail shot. Can y'all hear me okay? I just want to make sure because I kind of got my microphone away from you a little bit. But y'all just let me Rose, the only one that we have here, we only my little community is actually pretty small, and the only one that we have here in close to me, there's usually like a 3 or 4 hour wait just to see the provider. Thank you so much, French. I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. It really does. Okay. Some of you may not have heard what she said last night. I'm talking about Truth Teller. Some of you may not have heard. So, Truth Teller, you wanted attention, chick. You're getting attention. I've had it with you. Well, yeah, Rose, and you usually they're like packed in that little waiting area like sardines, and I'm just not going to take the chance of catching COVID trying to treat a sinus infection or allergies. So I'm not going to go up there. I mean, if my fever was real high or anything, I would, but it's not. So I'm just I've just been confining myself at home and not going anywhere, not doing anything. So and outside the house. So give me just a second, guys. I'm pulling up something I wanted to. She wanted attention, so let's give her some attention, shall we? Wait a minute, just a sec. And guys, I just want to apologize before I even get really started on this because I am gonna. I've made myself little notes throughout the morning, because I want to make sure I hit on all of these things, and I want her to know where she stands with me. I respect Natasha enough that I would not do this on her channel, even though I know Natasha would let me say whatever I want to her. But I decided last night I was going to sleep and I was going to come back. Oh, okay, Rose, thank you. And I was going to come this morning and I was going to do this live and get it off my chest what I want to say. Rose, just let me know when you're back. Cece, it is bullying. What she doesn't realize is there's a difference in harassment and bullying, which is what they're doing, than there is in just cracking a joke against someone about someone. I can take a joke. Heck, I crack jokes about my own self. I can take a joke. But this is not a joke. This is flat up bullying. And what she needs to realize is YouTube has already responded to me. I have a response back from YouTube. I reported her last night. And I will tell her this. I plan every time she says my name in a about related to my medical condition or my speech, I will report her. So, truth teller, I know you and your little minions are going to be over here listening because you're so nosy. You can't keep your nose out of anyone else's business. So, I'm giving you warning. Mention my name or my medical issues, and I will report you to YouTube. I'm sick of it. No, I'm not. I'm not like I'm pissed off that you think that you can do these things and get away with it. So, you want attention? I'm gonna just see how much attention that I can give you. Thank you, Fridge. I appreciate that. Now, I am from the South, and some of my words, I know I have a Southern drawl. I know that I do. But Miss Prissy Pants thinks that she does no wrong if she's so Miss Perfect and can do anything that she wants to. Well, chick, it stops right here when it comes to me. It stops right here, right now. I'm done with you. You're not going to do this to me. Hey, Capri, how are you? Hey, Rose, how are you, girl? Thank you so much, Rose, for sharing. Give me just a second, guys. I'm adding something to the description. Okay. I know some of y'all probably have already heard this, but I want this on my live.
Like, I guess you and whoever else I have up here, Brandy. Yeah. But let me just say this, and I said it last night, and I'm going to go over it again. Let's compare my panel to
Can
hers.
y'all
She
hear
has
this
a
okay?
weirdo that puts on makeup every night. She has Parker, who is so obsessed with Lana that it has become disturbing that she dresses up like Lana and imitates her every single night. Then she has Pace Discussion that struggles to get 3 words out. Then she has Scarlett Cassidy. Now, is that who by the way has a fake name?
Okay, I'm not going to play the rest of that because I'm not going to give her the satisfaction of having her voice heard anymore on my channel. I'm not going to. But, Miss Truth Teller, let's speak some truth. Do you know what it's like at 35 years old for your entire world to be turned upside down? Do you know what it's like to wake up on Easter Sunday to get your children ready for church, and you can't take a step to even walk yourself to the restroom? And your husband has to get you up out of the floor to help you ease down on the bed, to help you get some clothes on so he can take you to the hospital to see what's wrong with you? You don't. And I thank God that you don't. But I do. Yeah, and you're a preacher's daughter at that. Did you not pay attention to your daddy's sermons enough? Because my father-in-law's a pastor, and I can promise you, my father-in-law taught his congregation better than you are acting. I can promise you that. Yeah, let me explain to you what a parody is also, truth teller, while we're at it, okay? On Wednesday nights, when we all go into Natasha's channel for the parody night, it is to laugh. It is to have fun. Heck, someone even did a parody of Natasha on Natasha's channel, and Natasha laughed about it. So I don't care that you don't understand it. I don't care that you don't get it. That's your issue. Your issue with me is just that. It is your issue, truth teller. It's not my problem. It is your issue. You're the one with the problem. And chick, you've got a whole nother can of worms that you didn't even realize. I don't care that Angela Ferris is in your channel. I don't care that Mr. Foz is in your channel. I'm not scared of them. My mother raised me to be a lot of things, but scared of somebody that is blatantly causing me a problem in my life? No, because y'all tell you something, truth teller. I do not remember when I put in my information to request a channel on YouTube or to request an account on YouTube, having to send my information to you for approval. You don't get to dictate who has an account on YouTube. You don't get that right. I don't need your permission. I don't need anybody on your channel's permission to have my account on YouTube and to actively participate in the channels that I choose to watch. If you weren't such a bitch, yes, I said it, you're a bitch. If you weren't such a bitch, you would be welcome in Natasha's channel. People wouldn't have their claws out ready to strangle you and to claw your eyes out when you come in there. But you are that big of one. Did you know that mocking someone who has a disability is despicable behavior? And don't tell me that you did not know that I had a stroke, because everybody in Natasha's channel chat, for the most part, knew that I have a medical condition. I'm not quiet about it because I want people to know, because sometimes I have trouble getting words out. Sometimes my memory has trouble coming up with the next word to say. If you had an ounce of compassion in your body, you would understand that. Truth teller, how would you feel if there was someone watching you in your chat that was considering subscribing to you that suffered the same thing that I suffered? And when you made that comment, that kept them from subscribing to your channel. How would you feel? Hmm? How would you feel? You seem to know the answer to all the world's problems. So tell me, douchebag, how would you feel? Have you ever had to walk away from your children when they're crying because another you have had a setback and had to go back to the hospital that's 125 miles away from your home, and your children are crying because mommy's leaving and they don't know when they're going to get to see mommy again? Have you ever experienced that, truth teller? If you had, you would have compassion. And do not ever tell me that I'm using my stroke as a clutch. No, sweetheart, I'm not using my stroke as a clutch. I fought for 10 years to get my speech back, my memory back as good as it is, my walking back, and to be able to cook and clean and take care of my family. Forget work. I was just concerned that I could get back to taking care of my children. Capri, you're exactly right. She doesn't care as long as it's not happening to someone on their channel. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. you had a fit because people were making fun, quote unquote, of Amanda. Well, you don't seem to have an issue with them coming after me. And y'all had the nerve to put that girl's um, CPS papers in a video. You had the nerve to do that. You're low. You're very, very low. Girl, you need some help. I'm just gonna tell you, you need to get some help. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Truth Teller. It Friday night when you made the same comment, I had your chat pulled up on my laptop. I was participating in Natasha's live, but I also had your chat pulled up because I knew you were going to be stupid and say something about my disability every chance that you get. You do. So I had my laptop out, and I was listening because I knew you were going to. And I sent Natasha a text after her live stream was over and told her what I had heard and how angry I was at you. Was Natasha angry at you at that point? No, she wasn't. I'm going to tell you what Natasha said to me. Hold your head up high. Don't let them get to you. I didn't let you get to me. This is me not letting you get to me. I have been trying very hard to watch my mouth. Very, very hard. But girl, you brought it out of me. I hope your preacher daddy and your mother that seems to watch every live so she can report back to you. I hope they're happy. You talk about Natasha brainwashes us. What do you think you're doing, Truth Teller? You're brainwashing people. You're brainwashing your little followers to believe your narrative and to mock a disabled person, a documented disabled person. I have the medical records to prove it. I'm not going to show them to you because, bitch, I don't owe you that. But I have a documented medical disability, and you have pressed the wrong button one too many times. French, you're exactly right. Every dog does have their day. You better start barking, bitch, because your day's coming. You ever think, hey, Amy, how are you, girl? You ever think, Truth Teller, that one of your subs that probably sits quietly and doesn't comment or anything may have the same issue or may have had a family member that suffered a stroke? And when you're laughing at someone's speech that has suffered a stroke, that could cause you to lose subs? Have you ever thought about that? No, because you don't think 2 inches from your nose unless it's some of the liar tellers that follow you around and think that you do no wrong. Well, girl, come back and see me in a year when y'all have all turned against each other and see who's still here. Because anything that's built on hate will never survive. Never survive. Never. That means you will not keep your channel if you keep talking about hateful stuff and being rude to people. You will not do it. You won't. You won't keep your channel. Either they're all going to turn against you, or YouTube is going to take care of our issue for us. Truth teller, I'm going to tell you, your opinion of me does not matter. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't give you the right to dictate what I do when I come, when I go, when I go live, when I go in a chat, when I do anything. Your opinion of me does not give you the right to say what I do or who I choose to be friends with. You know why Natasha's channel grows and yours doesn't, Truth Teller? Because Natasha has compassion. Natasha has empathy for people. Natasha cares about people. You don't care about anyone except your hateful bunch. Yeah, y'all all over there on your little channel, Truth Teller, talking about bullying while you're sitting there bullying. You can't be an advocate for something when you're doing the same thing to other people. What you're saying don't do, you're doing to others. You're doing it. You are a bully. You're a 100% certified bully. And it's stopping. You're not going to bully me anymore. Oh, Cece, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. No, Rose, Truth Teller does not care about her subs. She does not care. All she cares about is climbing climbing the ladder in a chat for a channel. All she cares about is how quick can I get to 1,000 subs. You're not there yet, are you? How long have you had your channel? And you're begging people to subscribe to your channel. You're begging people to go on your panel with you. And guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all, the ones that's in my chat right now, or listen to the replay of this. When I went in her chat last night, closer to the end of her live, and I told her what I thought about her. I told her she was the biggest bitch I'd ever seen in my life. And I meant every word of it. She is. Well, when she realized I was actually in there at that moment, she asked me to come on her panel. Truth Teller, I'd rather die right now than to come on your panel. I'd rather go out of this world than to come on your panel. That is how much your opinion does not matter to me. Cece, I am so sorry. That's terrible. But truth of that, I'm telling you, I had rather die right now than to come on your channel, channel, whatever you call. I will not do it. I won't. But I can promise you, promise you, promise you, promise you, if you make fun of my speech one more time, anymore, I will report you to YouTube every time that you do. You know, you say you've got all these friends on YouTube. You're well known in the true crime community now, and you're well known in this community, all this stuff. Girl, please sit your ass down somewhere. You're not well known for anything but being a bully. Take a seat over there in the corner with the rest of the dumbasses, because that's what you are. You are a dumbass. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and say it to the moon or whatever her stupid name is. Girl, you ain't got nothing to say to me. You're just mad because I called your friend out on her BS and her scamming ways. Lana is a scam. She is a scammer. And what Lana's been doing this weekend also is disgusting. It's disgusting. Guys, did y'all know this? The ones that's in my chat right now? Did y'all know this? Did y'all know that Lana called Lehi, Utah Police Department Friday night about Kim? Then Lana called Kim's cell phone number, let it go to voicemail. The recording played back, announced Kim's cell phone number for everyone to hear, and she left Kim a message. Caprice, she did it because she said that They supposedly Kim had falsified a police report and put Lana's name in it and had something wrong. Yes, and Amy, she said her and Lana also gave her own phone number out for everyone, but she's deleted that live. Well, Lana, I got news for you, girl. Your little phone call, the recording where it played back, you didn't get that deleted fast enough. I've got it recorded. No, Rose, Kim would never falsify anything. She would not do that. Kim would not falsify anything. I've never met Kim. I've never talked to Kim on the phone. Good morning, Extra. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Rose, Kim has it. I sent it to Natasha immediately, and she forwarded it to Kim. Kim has it. Because I texted Natasha while she was doing this fiasco and told Natasha what was going on, and then I got to notice she was deleting stuff, and I thought she's gonna delete this live. So I went back and recorded at least that part of it. Kim has it. I got it to Kim. You're welcome, Rose. Hey, that's what we need to we gotta be there for each other through this. Christina, my life will never be the same. I'm so sorry for you, for your family going through this. My life will never be the same. I'm going to tell y'all just a little bit about my life before I had the stroke. I was working two jobs, two. I was working in a doctor's office and for a cardiologist and an endocrinologist, and I was also working in a hospital on a cardiac step down unit. Plus, I was going to school 2 nights a week, work to finish my bachelor's degree when I had my stroke. So unlike Lana, who lies about everything she's trying to accomplish in life, I actually had goals and I was working toward my goals very hard. In fact, some doctors tell me that that might have been what pushed me to the point that I had the stroke. But I was determined that I was going to complete my goals in life. I was going to show my children that it wasn't too late to accomplish your goals. That you could be anything in this life that you wanted to be. And I was determined to do that. I worked holidays for I worked holidays. I literally, if I wasn't working after I ate with my family, I literally was calling the hospital to see if there was a nurse on the floor that hadn't had an opportunity to eat a holiday meal with her family yet, his or her family yet, that would like to go home, and I would come in and take their place. Not patting myself on the back, but I knew how hard that they were working and what they were missing out on. I wanted them to have that time with their family too. So, truth teller, you may think that I'm just some scum of the earth, but I'm not. I busted my butt to have a career, to have a family. Oh, Rose, I'd appreciate that. Thank you, extra. Thank you, Beth. Thank you so much. But I worked my butt off for my goals and my career and for my children to have a better life. Not only that, but I also helped my divorced brother financially take care of his two children when he needed the extra help. But that's also none of your business either, truth teller. But I can promise you one thing, I wasn't. I wasn't a scam artist. I wasn't a bitch. I was nice to people. I took care of people. I literally, when I still had my home phone at home, I literally had people call me at home when something happened to their loved one that I had taken care of to let me know that their family member had passed away, or to celebrate that their family member had gotten better and had gotten out of rehab and had gotten to go home. I cared for my patients. I took very good care of my patients. Thank you, Christina. Your husband has this too. Your husband has this too. Recovering from a stroke is not easy. It's not. It's not easy at all. I had to go through physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy for years to get back what I have now. When I first, oh my God, Anne Marie, you got to be kidding me. When I first had my stroke and I got to where I could walk around a little bit in the house without my husband or my dad right beside of me, I literally had to stand with my walker to change the laundry out the washer and dryer, to cook my family's dinner, to even go get myself a drink in the kitchen. I had to use a walker. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. Um, I had to use a walker. I'll tell you something else, truth teller. Up until last year, I used a cane every step that I took because I fell so much. I keep a cane in my car at all times because there's always a chance that my condition could worsen and I might get somewhere and might need my cane. I keep a cane in my car at all times. I keep one in my house at all times right now. My walker is still in my house. My bath chair is still here because we don't know if I'm going to need them again. Because the stroke damaged a part of my brain that also, and it also caused me to have migraines, hemiplegic migraines that that mimicked a stroke. So on top of recovering from the stroke, every time I had a migraine, my body reacted like I had had another stroke. So I was always fighting a double-edged sword to bounce back from them. And when I would have those attacks, they might last a week, they might last 2 weeks, they might last 2 hours. And when I had severe attacks, we lived with my mom and dad. I'm gonna tell you this first. We lived with my mom and dad for about 5 years when I first got sick because I couldn't be left alone. You ever had your 70-year-old dad, truth teller, have to get up and go get you something to drink because you're not able to? Not because he wants to, but because you're not able to. Truth teller, have you ever sat in a recliner when your husband got to work and your memory was so bad that you couldn't remember that he's actually coming back home when he finishes his work shift, his scheduled shift? And I sat there and cried because I thought my husband had left me and he wasn't coming back home. My memory was that bad. And truth teller, you can say whatever you want to about me doing this live. I don't care. One thing I learned in therapy, because yes, truth teller, I had to go to counseling over what this stroke did to me and the fact that my nursing career had to be put on hold. I had to go to counseling because I had to learn how to deal with the new life that I had laid at my footsteps. So I don't really care what you have to say about me doing this live. My counselor told me when something's bothering me to get it off my chest. This is me getting it off my chest because, truth teller, my family is not worth even hearing your name. I'm home alone right now. This is my opportunity to say what I want to you. My children and my husband will never hear your name. They will never hear about you. Because unlike you, truth teller, I'm not a miserable person that only wants that only wants Yeah, I'll be happy to play it again. Just a second, I sure will. I'm not a miserable person that only wants negativity around me. My husband and my children deserve so much more, and they're going to have so much more. But I can promise you, you're going to leave me alone.
And she calls herself a published author. She is a
Wait a minute.
self-published author. She published her own shit. Go look at her review.
Guys, I'm play this again just in case some other people came in. And
because I do like the Gypsy Rose case. I just will not watch her doing it.
Right.
So I'm glad somebody else.
Rose, I will
there's
give
so
you
many
one.
discrepancies in
You
what
have to
she's
tell me
reporting
how
on the
to-
Gypsy Rose case. That's why
yeah.
Brandy wants to do it, because Brandy is the one in the know on that case. So
Yep. I mean, yeah, she knows quite a bit on it. Another
Sure.
thing that bothered me is her filming or
Nancy, she
streaming
did too.
Carolyn on Mommy Rambling's page, her legs, making fun of her legs, and then turns around and says, "I'm not making fun of her legs or anything." What the hell?
Hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. Her who is so obsessed with Lana that it has become disturbing that she dresses up like Lana and imitates her every
Nancy,
single
listen
night.
closely,
Then
okay?
she has case discussion that struggles to get 3 words out. Then she has Scarlett Cassidy.
Now, is that
who,
true
by the way,
Okay, Nancy, you brought yourself in here, so I'm going to explain something to you. Take a seat and let me explain something to you. She did this last night. She did this Friday night. She did this last week as well. I've gotten emails. I've gotten text messages from people that I know in the YouTube community that actually have my number. I've gotten private messages about this. Exactly, Amy. That whole line of discussion should have never been brought up. It should have never been talked about. What goes on in our personal lives is none of your business. What Siren chooses to do, chooses to sit up there and put makeup on, none of your Nancy, she did. She made fun of my disability. She did. I'll tell you something else, Nancy. Also, I'm a cancer survivor. 4 years before I had the stroke, I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. Ask Rose, who I know is also a nurse, how often a 31-year-old is diagnosed with kidney cancer. Ask Rose. Ask anyone. Nancy, she did. She did it last week. She did it Friday night. She did it last night. I went to the doctor thinking I had gallstones. I was by myself. I left work thinking I had gallstones. I went to the doctor thinking I had gallstones and was expected to be sent to a surgeon. Oh, I got sent to a surgeon, all right, for a 2-centimeter cancerous mass on my right kidney. I had an incision so large it took 21 staples to close me up when the 2 surgeons finished with me. They tag teamed my case so that I wouldn't be under anesthesia as long and it wouldn't have as increased chance of bleeding out during the procedure. So, truth teller, you don't know what people have fought in their life to just get to where they're at right now. I had a hard fight, because during that time, I could not ride in the front seat of a car when I had the cancer. I couldn't do anything for 6 weeks. I couldn't pick up anything heavier than a gallon of milk for 6 weeks. So, I sat in the floor 2 days after surgery, Christmas morning, or 2 days after I came home from surgery, excuse me, Christmas morning. So Mommy could still open Christmas presents with her children because that's what they were used to Mommy doing. Mommy always sits in the floor and open Christmas presents with them, what Santa Claus brought them, and Mommy wasn't going to disappoint her children. Because again, truth teller, I have compassion, I have empathy. I like people to be happy. And Nancy, with all due respect, if you support her, please go back to her channel. I do not want you over here. Yes, extra. I had cancer when I was 31 years old. My cousin is a pediatrician, and she's married to a plastic surgeon, and I myself am a nurse. My cousin even told me that the type of cancer that I had is usually only found when they're doing a CAT scan, like when you've been injured in a car accident or something, and it's usually only found that way, and it's usually already spread to another organ when it's found. I am very lucky to have survived that. No, I'm blessed because God took care of me. I know who took care of me without a shadow of a doubt. And truth teller, again, I say, your father preacher, I know he taught you better than the way you're acting. I know he did. I know that you knew better than what you're saying. I know that you do. And I cannot believe that your mother sits in chats to spy for you so she can report back to you. I cannot believe that. My mother, if I acted the way that she did, if my mother was still alive, my mother would have washed my mouth out with soap. I can tell you that. And then my dad would have busted her rear end with his belt. Thank you, extra. I appreciate that. Hey, Rich. So, truth teller, you think you're going to keep taking shots at me? Well, chick, I dodged your bullet, and it's over. I have reported you to YouTube. I reported every time that you mentioned my name last night in your chat. I reported you. YouTube has responded back to me. They are investigating you. I do not have to show you the proof. I will not show you the proof. But chick, they are investigating you. And yes, Rose, it could have, my kidney condition could have contributed to my stroke. That the doctor still can't tell me that it didn't. I had, for you that are in the medical field or you that know about, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. For you that know about anything about medicine or work in the medical field, the type of cancer that I had. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. The type of cancer that I had was renal cell carcinoma. And not that I was trying to emulate, because of course I didn't even know Lana at the time. I still have my folder with all of my pathology reports, with all of my CAT scan reports, with all of my MRI reports, every scan. Because after I was diagnosed and I had surgery, I had to have a CAT scan for 1 year every 3 months. Then we went to every 6 months for a year, and now we do them every year. Well, 1 year I will have a CAT scan. The next year I will have MRI, because my doctor wants to make absolutely sure that the cancer is not coming back. And truth teller, I'm going to tell you something else because it's on my mind. I'm just going to say it. I had my stroke in April 2011. My mother got very sick in 2000. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate that. My mother got very sick in 2012, and unfortunately, she went to heaven. She passed away. But I was still living with my we were still living with my parents at the time because I couldn't be home alone. I couldn't even go to the grocery store if my children needed something or to pick up anything for them because I couldn't drive. I could barely even get inside of a car, much less drive a vehicle. But my mother needed help taking care of her. I did not want my father to have to do some of the things that my mother needed done, which my dad would have done it no problem at all. But I would stand up with my walker, hold on to it, use my right arm the best that I could, and help give my mother a bath. Because my mother washed my hind end when I was little, and it was my turn to take care of my mother, and I wasn't going to let a stroke keep me from it. In some ways, you can say I prepared all my life for that moment in my mother's life. And I wasn't going to let something like a stroke keep me from taking care of my mother in her time of need. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that so much. Truth teller, I only pray that whatever it is that's makes you so bitter at life, I only pray that you get the help that you need and you let it go because life is too short. And I also only hope that when your time comes that you need someone to care for you, that you have someone that's willing to take care of you. Like my family took care of me and saw that I had the therapy that I needed to get better so that I could take care of my children. I will never forget my little brown-eyed boy standing at the doorway crying because his mommy was his best friend, and his mommy was having to leave him again to go to the hospital, and he didn't know when he would get to see her again. And I will never forget the Friday night that my husband got off work, and he was coming to join me at said hospital. And when he got home from work, my son had packed himself an overnight bag and was waiting with my husband for my husband to get home so that he could ride to the hospital with my husband and surprise me and spend the night with me at the hospital. Those very nice nurses, when they saw my son walk in the door, got an extra cot and put it beside of my bed so that my 10-year-old son could hold his mommy's hand while he went to sleep watching TV. Sorry, guys. But you tell me, truth teller, if you had suffered through all of that, would you not take offense to someone mocking you because you had difficulty and you didn't meet their expectations saying a few words when you got brave enough to even go on a panel? I thank God for Natasha and all of the people that's in her chat because they welcomed me with open arms. Truth teller, if I was looking for a community to go into after hearing you say that, even if I wasn't in Natasha's, I would not go in yours. Come in here, truth teller, and read Rose's comment. It says in the case of kidney cancer, around 72% of those diagnosed live for at least 1 year after diagnosis. 56% live for at least 5 years, and 50% live 10 years or more after diagnosis. It depends on the severity of the cancer. Thank you, Extra. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm going to tell you, truth teller, you need to watch your mouth because you're going to meet the wrong person one of these days. And if I have my way with it, you've met her. I will not stop until you stop bullying. I can promise you that. Rose, it was about. I'll tell you sometime, Rose, when we're talking, what area that mine was in. Extra, she does deserve a digital bitch slap. If I could give her one, I would. No, Rose, I'm okay. She didn't cause me to cry. Thinking about those memories of my son watching me leave, knowing that I wasn't coming home that night, knowing that it was going to be days before he saw his mom. This was the little boy when I dropped him off at kindergarten the first day, looked up at me crying. He said, "Mommy, don't leave me. If you leave me here, I'm going to die." Because he didn't want to go to school, be away from his mother. This was a little boy when I took OR call and I had the privilege. I got to go assist families in the greatest day of their life, bringing their child into this world. I got to go stand across from an OBGYN and assist them in surgery. I got to be the one suctioning the amniotic fluid out of the mother's womb so that the doctor could get to the baby. I got that privilege. I got to see that baby the first time that it cried. I had that privilege. You didn't, truth teller, because you're a bitch. You'd rather sit there and make everyone else's life as miserable as yours is. Yeah, these tears are for me and my family. They're not for you, truth teller. They're not for Lana. They're not for any of that bunch. Yeah, you and Lana deserve each other. You really do. And I can't wait until you cross Lana the wrong way and she's blasting you like she's doing Kim right now. And also, Lana, I want to tell you, do not tell me that you were not friends with Kim at some point, because if you did all the things for Kim that you claim that you done, you had to be friends with her. So you're a liar. You're a liar, and you deserve to be in Truth Tellers because Truth Teller is a liar. Hey, Peter, how are you? Hey, Christy, thank you so much. Y'all deserve each other. Y'all really do. Truth Teller, you wonder why your channel can't get over 1,000 subs? Because everyone knows what a bitch you are. Everyone that matters anyway. You can't get over 100 in your chat at one time. Did you buy you some subs trying to get your 1,000 quota? You know, I don't have 200 subs. I don't care. I'm thankful for the people that choose to come in here and be in my chat. I'm proud that they're here. I was excited the day that I had someone in here and when Mandy shared my live, and I had people in here for my chat, for my lives, because I was just making lives, just sitting here talking to myself, having fun, because people might come back later and watch them, and some people did. But I had fun. I had fun because I knew eventually that people were going to come in here. And it doesn't, I'm thankful for everybody that's subscribed to my channel. I really am. I'm thankful for the people that come in here and listen to my lives. Yeah, Lana's over there, was over there, y'all. I don't know. She may be live. I don't know. But she was over there also last night. Lana was. And Friday night, saying that Chris Watts' attorneys didn't know what they were doing. Tell y'all how stupid this Lana chick is, okay? I have a screenshot of this as well, and I'll share it with anybody that wants to see it. But Lana emailed Chris Watts' attorney, Catherine, that that checklist. Remember the checklist of the discovery that Lana was determined that she was going to get when she went to Colorado? She emailed Catherine that checklist. Guess what email she emailed it from? The Mind Challenge. Bitch didn't even have enough sense to make a new email, if she wanted to look so professional, she didn't even have enough sense to make a different email to email this information to the lawyers. She was using her Mind Challenge email. So, do you know what happened when Catherine received her email? Catherine emailed her back and told her that they would not be dealing with her, that she was emailing her one time as a courtesy to let her know that they would not be dealing with her. They would only deal with Chris Watts and Chris Watts only. They didn't want anything to do with Lana, and I don't blame them. And then Lana had the nerve, excuse me, guys. Lana had the nerve to email her back and tell her that according to Chris Watts, they had not been in contact with him because Catherine had said that one of her associates in her office had been in contact with Chris Watts. And Lana said, no, you haven't. And I strongly suggest, or some stupid words like that you do your job X, Y, and Z way. Lana tried to tell a public defender for the state of Colorado how to do their job. Well, Lana, those people went to law school. Those people actually have a career, and it's not scamming people. They know what they're doing. They don't need some deadbeat on YouTube telling them how to do their job. And everyone, while you're here, if y'all haven't watched the live that I did exposing Lana and her scamming ways, go down there and check it out. I won't ever take that video down. And if for some reason I ever decide to close my YouTube channel, I will keep a copy of that on my thumb drive. Yeah, Lana said that Kim Kardashian wouldn't take Chris Watts' case because she works with wrongly convicted criminals. So basically, she's saying that Chris Watts is that Kim Kardashian wouldn't touch Chris Watts' case. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, Lana dropped when Ronnie and Cindy Watts wised up and dropped her, because I firmly believe that's what happened. Ronnie and Cindy Watts wised up and said, wait a minute, this chick is going to bankrupt us. We can't go down like this. Well, they wised up and dropped her. And Lana realized the money train for Chris Watts' case had ran out. She starts throwing Chris Watts under the bus, saying that, well, now that she looks at everything, it would be near impossible for Chris Watts to get a 35C. I heard it with my own ears. Rose, I know that. Kim said that in one night in the talk that she had one of the best pro bono attorneys in the country, and when Lana got involved, that all went to the wayside. But I firmly believe that Ronnie and Cindy Watts realized what was about to happen with them. Guys, in my opinion, Lana would have had them bankrupt in 1 year. Exactly, extra. If what Lana should have done, if she wanted to write the letter, that's fine. She should have forwarded to Ronnie and Cindy Watts and let Jamie or Cindy one send it from their email. But what Lana thought was going to happen, Lana thought she was going to go to Colorado and get her hands on the discovery from that case. And Lana thought that she was going to be able to have first access to all the discovery, and she was going to sell that family's deepest pain to the highest bidder. That's just my beliefs. I might be wrong. Yeah, extra. You know what? I don't believe Lana. I honestly believe that they probably had contacted Chris Watts when she sent that email. I believe that they probably did. Exactly, Amy. Maybe they realize that he's exactly where he needs to be. Maybe they realize that. And I'm going to tell you something, Lana. If I had been Jamie Watts and my parents were about to mortgage the home that they had already paid for to get my brother out of prison for murdering my nieces, I would have bucked up against you in a New York minute, chick. You wouldn't have came to my parents' house pulling that mess, or on their phone, or in their YouTube or emails, or ever how you got in contact with them. You're a snake, Lana. You used your friendship with Jay to get to Ronnie and Cindy Watts. You had an evil plan. Your plan backfired, but you had an evil plan. You planned to make money off of deceased victims. Now, do I think someone else was involved in that case? I will probably always think NK was there. I will probably always think that. But I'm not going to Colorado and try to get Chris Watts out of prison on that. Lana, you think you're big and bad with your little bachelor's degree in criminal justice? Have one of those in my family too, my niece. She don't pull the shit that you do, though, because her parents would put her in her place in a New York minute. She doesn't get on the internet and try to pretend like she is an attorney. And I'm pretty sure that some of the words that you use, Lana, you probably have to Google before you use them to understand what they mean. Just a thought. I don't know. Hey, Mo, how are you, girl? Thank you for being here. I'm probably sure you have to Google some of those words. And chick, say what you want to, but your tooth got knocked out. I don't know who did it, but your tooth got knocked out. Because Friday night, when they were talking about your tooth being like that, I went over and checked you out. I went back and watched things before you deleted a bunch of crap. And you had a red mark right beside of your nose on your chin. See, these other people that are in here that are in the medical field, they'll know. Nurses are trained when they look at someone to look for anything that does not belong there. So when I look at someone, I automatically go, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be there. Wait a minute, this could be causing their issue. So your little red mark on your face was evident to me. Yeah, if you had laid off of some of the Capri Suns, yeah, right, Lana, we really believe you had Capri Suns in there. Yeah. The video was all about the nonprofit. Yeah, it was all about Lana. She took it down, but yeah, she had that all about her. She this whole fiasco about the Watts case was going to be all about Lana and how Lana could benefit from it. And guys, if y'all want to go watch the video, I'll go ahead and tell y'all in my video that I did down below. For some of y'all that just now subscribed or just now coming in, Lana was sued in bankruptcy court for bankruptcy fraud. She was sued to get the money back, or whatever there was to that. She was sued 2 other times for a civil case, and she also went to eviction court in June. And I know that the county she lives in, the eviction moratorium protected her. It was supposed to run out in October, but I think it's running out. If it don't run out this month, it will be in October. I've got to go back and look at that again because I know some of the things had changed on the extra stuff that the government was giving because they want people like Lana to get off their ass and go back to work. Yes, Amy, it does. I don't know if it changed when the extra unemployment ran out or not. But if it don't run out this month, it runs out in October. And guys, just for shits and giggles, I've been watching some legal cases on YouTube, and the judges are getting really tired of people that won't pay their rent. They're getting really tired of it. Extra, she doesn't. See, I understood her to say that she had a degree in criminal justice. Maybe I misunderstood that. If I did, I apologize. She probably did make it up, Extra. She doesn't sound like she's very educated. She really doesn't. She doesn't sound educated at all. And professional people do not take live chat to a strip club when they're trying to get people to donate and to join their cause. They don't do that. They don't go. Or they might go, but they don't announce it to the world. Exactly, Amy. Exactly. Extra, she had a plan with it all along. I believe that with all my heart. Lana had it planned all along to try to get in with Ronnie Cindy Watts, and she succeeded. I'm glad they wised up, but she succeeded. No, Rose. I think Rose, when she first came, when she was first going like in critical case chat, and when she was first going on Jay's panel, I thought she said one night that she went to school for criminal justice, but I could be wrong. I could have misunderstood her. Because I had another account before I opened this account. I was in a couple of chats. I never did a panel or anything, but I was in a couple of chats. And then I went away from YouTube for a little while. And then when I came back, I decided to change my account from our family account and just have mine. Pete, I think that's right. I think she only took a semester of it. Mo, I don't think she's got. I think she probably went to college and she probably flunked out for partying too much. If I had to guess, I think that's probably what happened. I can tell you one thing, both of my boys are single. Yeah, Amy, she may not have graduated with it, but both of my boys are single and they're in their 20s. But I can promise you, Lana is everything that I tell my boys that they don't want in a partner. I tell my boys, I don't mention Lana, but I will tell them in a New York minute, you don't want anybody like this. If they don't have goals and aspirations in life and want to accomplish things, Actually, my son broke up with a girl about 2 weeks ago that reminded me kind of a lot of Lana. She didn't want to get a job. She didn't want to go to college. She didn't want to do anything but sit on her butt. And when my son got off work, he was taking her out to eat every single night. Extra, that's funny. Yes, Amy, she's basically a grifter. And when I say my son took her out to eat every night, my son didn't take her just to places like McDonald's, Burger King, places like that. They went to like Mexican restaurant to eat. They went to Chinese place to eat. They went to Italian place to eat. They went, they would go to the another city like 30, 40 miles away to go eat. Whatever she wanted to eat, my son took her to eat. This girl got off to Florida to see her mother in a car that did not have insurance on it. First off, my son and her did not live together. My son, he's moved out, but they do not live together. He lives with my mother-in-law. But anyway, this girl got to Florida in a car that didn't have insurance on it and rear-ended someone. She called my son upset because she didn't know how she was going to get back home. My son got my dad's car hauler and went and got her in her car and brought her home. He missed 2 days' work to bring her ass home. Because again, I taught my children to have compassion for people. We taught our children to love and to understand that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes a decision that they shouldn't have made. And my son told me, "Mom, I knew that she should." He said, "When I found out that she had been with or didn't have insurance on her car, I knew that that was wrong of her. But I cared about her feelings. I cared about her, and I wanted to know that she was going to get home safely." And I couldn't argue with him because that's exactly how I raised my children. I say my husband and I. Peter, that's what I want to understand. Why didn't these people that got this stimulus money pay their mortgage and their rent? Why didn't they pay it with that? They got the extra unemployment. Why didn't they pay it with that? My youngest son actually got laid off during the shutdown. He had bought a truck, had made one payment on it, and got laid off. I didn't tell my son what to do with his stimulus money or his extra overtime or his extra unemployment money. My son made the decision to put that money in the bank and wait and see if he was going to have a job to go back to. He paid his truck payment and insurance out of it and put the rest of it in the bank. And when he went back to work, they called him to go back to work exactly the week that it was supposed to end. The extra was supposed to end. He went back to work. When he went back to work, he called me and asked me, because I'm on his checking account with him, he asked me if I would write a check for X amount of dollars, basically what he had saved up while he was off work during the shutdown, and take it and pay on his truck payment balance so that he could pay his truck off faster. And I went and did that for him because I was very proud of my son for making that decision. I wasn't going to make that decision for him. I let him make that decision. And truth teller and Lana, if you had had someone take care of you and love you and nurture you and teach you the ways of life, Peter, exactly. Yeah, my son was terrified. We had taught him how important it was for good credit and that when he got ready to buy a house someday, that he was going to need good credit. My son was terrified of not having the money to make his truck payment, which wasn't even $300 a month, but he was terrified of not having that money. Hey, Jess Carey, thank you for being here. So he kept that money in savings to make sure if he didn't get to go back to work, that that he would have the money to make it. Fake dated Allie. Everything that I've seen. Yeah, extra. She is good. Atlanta is good at lying. Peter, a good credit makes all the difference in the world. Amy said that's the way we did with ours too. But and then we used some of ours when I had to go back to Texas in February for a second procedure to kind of keep my migraines at bay. And we went back to Texas and we got some out of our savings in for that trip because I told my husband I didn't want to go if it meant us getting money out of our regular savings or out of our checking account. I didn't want to take money away from my family anymore. Which my husband, he was like, I don't care as long as it makes you feel better, as long as it helps you. We'll get the money out and we'll go. Samantha, thank you so much. It does speak volumes about them. It really does. It speaks volumes about them. But some of you that don't know, because I haven't really talked about that a whole lot. I found a doctor in Texas that treats the type of migraines. You can look it up. It's hemiplegic migraines, which is what my stroke caused me to have. Rose and I have talked about it on the phone. And I found a doctor in Texas. Now I live in Tennessee. I found a doctor in Texas that treated this type of migraines with a surgical procedure. My husband took me to Texas 2 times for that procedure. Because the first time we did it, I had scar tissue that formed. And during COVID, it scarred back down. Amy, I took Botox for years, and it helped for a little while, and then they gradually stopped helping. I was getting occipital nerve blocks in the back of my neck at the same time I was getting Botox. My husband had taken me to Cleveland, Ohio, to the Cleveland Clinic twice to get no 3 times. Sorry, we went to Cleveland 3 times to get treatments for migraines. I went to Vanderbilt Medical Center. I don't know how many times. I went to Baptist Healthcare in Memphis. I don't know how many times. And I was at home one day having a very bad day with migraines last January of 2020. And I was crying. My migraines were hurting so bad. And I couldn't understand why I had to suffer so much. I begged God, I don't care. Because y'all, I'll admit, I was being selfish at first. I was praying that God would heal me enough that I could go back to work. Then I started praying God's will. God, if it's your will, take these migraines from me so that I can enjoy my family. Take these migraines from me so that when my husband comes home from work, I can have his supper cooked. Take these migraines from me so when my children come home, they've got a mom here with a smile on her face and not one that's miserable. Take these from me, God. So I was flipping through Facebook one day, and this doctor popped up on my on one of my pages on Facebook, and he was interviewing a woman that lived in Tennessee. He's in Houston, Texas, that had the same migraines that I have, the same points. I watched her interview that she did for the surgeon and realized this doctor can help me. I called the doctor's office and I asked them how I go about getting my information to the doctor to see if I'm a candidate for his procedure. And the receptionist explained to me the process, and I had an MRI that I had done on my brain like the year before during a migraine episode to make sure I hadn't had another stroke. And so I sent that disc to him. The doctor called me within 2 days of receiving the disc and was very happy to tell me that he could help me. He said, I see what's causing your migraines, at least partly causing them, if not fully causing the migraines. Please come to Houston to see me. And I first thought, well, that's going to be a trip to Houston to see the doctor, come home, and a trip back to Houston for the procedure. No, the doctor was very nice. And extra, it is disgusting the way Lana's lied about things in in Sheldon's case. It is, but my surgeon in Texas, he was very nice. He had his office staff get approval from my insurance before I ever made the trip to Texas. They had my surgery case lined up. I got clearance from my cardiologist and clearance from my family doctor, and a letter from them and sent that to them. So I went and saw the doctor. Hey, Carolina girl, thank you for being here. I went and saw the doctor one day, had surgery the next day. I went in surgery with a migraine, came out without a migraine. We came home. It was February 2020. December 2020, because COVID shut everything down. I couldn't go back even for a checkup. So, yes, Rose. Every time that y'all read what Rose. I'm gonna put that up because that's the truth. Every time that I went to the hospital for these migraines, they treated me. Thank you, Capri. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, please hit that like button. Please hit it. I'm trying to get my count, my viewers up and everything. That would help me a lot if you would do that. Because every time that I went to the ER for a migraine that was uncontrolled at home, I had to go through testing to see if I had had a stroke before. Thank you, Extra. I appreciate that so much. To make sure that I hadn't had a stroke before the doctor could treat me for the migraine. So I went there to get treated for a migraine that most of the time I'd already been suffering with for days at a time. And I get there and I had to wait additional hours to make sure I hadn't had a stroke and make sure what treatment that I actually needed. So all of you guys that think that, oh, Melissa Jade, I had a note made for you, and I almost forgot you, chick. I'm glad I didn't. Don't ever compare your migraine to my stroke. Don't ever do it. Because, chick, I'm going to come for you next if you do that again. You have no right to sit over there. Carly, you want me to show you the door, or do you want to take a seat and be nice? I'll let anybody in here as long as you're respectful. You start that crap and I'll show you the door. I'm not in any mood for your ass. I'm not. She did too make fun of me. She's made fun of me several times and I've let it slide. She made fun of me. Y'all, right there, that's the type of migraines that I had. Y'all can read about them and see what they do. They're hemiplegic migraines. So Carly, in her life, last night, Friday night as well, another night through the week, she said that I couldn't get more than 3 words out at a time. Aunt Lala, I'm not in any mood for you. Take a seat, bitch. Take a seat. Mo, I am so sorry that you are paraplegic. Take a seat. Take a seat, bitch, or I will get somebody to show you the door. Aunt Lala, she made fun of me. She's did it 3 times that I know of. 3 times. And you think that I didn't know that y'all put my picture on in those things making fun of me? Let me see if I can. How do I, Rose? Text me and tell me how. You want me to play it? Okay, I'll play it for you, Carly. No, actually, you know what? You can go back and watch it yourself. If you can't put 2 and 2 together and come up with 4, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh, just carry it. I'm okay. But I'm going to tell you something else. Don't y'all ever sit over there and let or encourage MJ to compare my her migraines to my stroke. Don't you ever do that. Okay. Hey, I have somebody that's requesting that they get a link. This person will know who she is, and I'm going to drop the link for her for her and her only, because I'm not in the mood to deal with some of these assholes that's trying to come up in here right now. Not in the mood for it. Not in the mood for it at all. Aunt Lala, I was attacked. I don't just feel like it. I was attacked. Y'all can say what you want to. You can try. I'm sorry that Truth Teller's ass wrote a check, that Mouth wrote a check that her ass can't cash. I'm sorry that it did. She stuck her damn foot in her mouth. I've had it with her. You are a bitch. You are, Aunt Lala. You sit over there and make fun of me. Y'all had no problem sitting over there and making fun of me. Y'all sit over there last night on that panel making fun of me. I went back and listened to it again this morning to make sure that I didn't misunderstand something myself. Y'all did. I sat there. Friday night and listened to it. And didn't say anything to anybody. Natasha, I sent you the link. Did it not copy? Okay, wait a minute, Natasha. Y'all, please forgive me. I'm trying to get used to StreamYard. Natasha, there it is. Aunt Lala, I asked y'all not to make fun of my speech. I can't help it that I had a stroke and words are difficult for me to get out. You and your little crew made this bed. Y'all can lay in it, chick. Y'all made this little bed. Y'all can lay in it. Y'all did this to yourselves. You have no one to blame but yourself. No one at all. Let's see. Oh, give me just a second. I'm working on something real quick. I may not see chat for a minute, okay? Give me just a second, guys. I'm trying, I promise you. Let me see here. Okay, now. Carly Joe, I'm making it worse. Y'all sit over there and made fun of me even after it was said that I had a stroke. Y'all sit over there and make fun of me again. I'm making this worse. No, chick, I'm taking up for myself. I'm defending myself and what I worked to earn back for myself and my family. I'm not making anything worse. Carly, I'm not spreading hate. I'm bringing awareness. I'm bringing awareness to the situation. Hey, Natasha.
Hey, honey. I just came up here because, one, I'm worried about you because these people are not worth getting. I mean, they are not worth getting upset over. I told you last night.
Just give me just 1 second, okay?
Okay, baby.
Oh, why Carly Joe thinks I'm making something worse. She asked for what she's getting right now. And I hope everyone sees that Truth Teller is a bully. Y'all are bullies.
Carly Joe, honey,
Give me just
I
a
don't make
second, Natasha. I'm trying, girl.
Carly Joe, I don't make anybody suicidal. If somebody's feeling suicidal over me defending myself, then they need to get off YouTube. Point blank. Saying that I make
Hey,
people
Laura,
suicidal
I'm
is
defending myself.
bullshit.
Please don't tell me what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm defending myself. I'm defending myself.
Bullshit.
Please don't tell me what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, hang
I'm
on.
defending myself. I'm defending
Shit.
myself. Please don't.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay, so I don't give a blind flip of a flying squirrel about the two that are in chat running their mouths. But what I do care about is you, and it is these people are not worth getting this upset over. I'm worried about you, and I'm worried about your health. This is ridiculous. And yes, they did bring it up about you having a stroke. And yes, they did mock you for your speech. And they can try to defend it all they want to. There's no defense of it. There is no defense. And Carly Joe, I absolutely do drag people. You're right. I sure do. But I only do it after they come at me first. I don't ever go at somebody first, other than MRB when I said something about her hair being feathered. That's it. Absolutely. And I will continue. I will continue always. I will always defend myself. My question is, why the fuck are y'all even here? Y'all don't give a shit about Case. And Lala, you are the biggest one that's full of shit ever. Ever. You are the biggest bitter bitch I have ever seen. I didn't do shit to you ever. I've never done anything to you other than not go to bat against two people who talk shit about you. I'm not your defender. Isn't that what you said? I seriously thought I considered you a friend. You turned your back on me, not vice versa. Not vice versa. So get it right. And as far as Case discussion goes, there ain't a one of y'all that holds a candle. Truth Teller's entire channel is built on my name. Because y'all can't quit talking about me. If it wasn't for my name, she wouldn't have a channel. Because she's the biggest bitter bitch. And y'all can defend her all you want to. And Melissa Jade over there last night comparing her dumb ass to Case and her health problems. She can go fuck a duck and screw a guinea. You know, y'all don't like me. Y'all are pissed off, got your panties in a twist about me because of whatever freaking reason y'all are mad about. Want to say I've made somebody suicidal. I ain't made nobody shit. If somebody can't take the heat, then stay the fuck away from me and don't come at me. But you can damn sure bet that if people say shit about me, that I'm coming back at them. And if they can't handle it, that's on them, not me. Then they should stay the fuck away from me and leave me the fuck alone. But Case is my friend. And because of that, and because she's been on my channel, now y'all target her just like y'all targeted Robbie, just like y'all targeted Siren. And here y'all come. As soon as somebody goes live where you're not blocked, tap, 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 with them keyboard warrior fingertips. And I don't give a shit. I don't bully anybody. I defend myself. And if y'all think I take it too far, fuck y'all. It is not your place to tell me how far I take anything, because you ain't me. And you don't know how anything affects me that people have done. But yet here y'all go. Boo hoo. I've bullied somebody. I've made somebody suicidal. Take some responsibility for your own damn self. How about that? Take some responsibility for the shit that you've done. How about the people that say they're suicidal? Why don't they take some responsibility for the shit that they did to me? And I will also defend my friends. And if y'all don't like that, keep talking about me. Talk about me all you want. I'm fat. I sure am. I like to eat. I sit in a recliner. You wish you had one like it. Y'all are like a den of hens. Always gonna walk, 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 about everybody. Everybody. But y'all can't stand when somebody comes back at y'all, then they're a bully. Y'all can talk all the mad shit you want to, but somebody comes back at you, they're a bully. They've made you feel some type of way. They've made somebody suicidal. Grow the fuck up and take some responsibility for your own damn actions. How about that? How about that? How about be a damn adult? Oh, I forgot. Y'all are too busy being bitter Betty bitches. Keep on, because guess what? I'm still going to be right here doing exactly what I want to do. And ain't none of y'all gonna change what I do or what Case Discussion does. So keep on. Run them fingertips, baby. Run them. Tap them keyboard keys all you want to. Y'all don't mean shit. Extra. I know that, babe. I know that. They just got to have something to run with. Because you know they are the vigilante crusaders of the internet, and everybody is a victim. Everybody on their side is a victim. They don't do nothing. They're perfect. Perfect. They don't do nothing wrong. It's everybody else, mainly me. Yeah, mainly me. And as far as Atlanta, she needs to go get some cold sore medicine and get somewhere and shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. And truth teller, what's that bitch look like? Oh, wait, y'all don't know. Y'all don't even know who the fuck she is. Y'all just follow somebody with no identity, because that's how pathetic and desperate for attention you are. Y'all go to church with her this morning? How was that sermon? Y'all feeling enlightened? I bet both of us trying to pop a gasket right now. Y'all feeling bullied? Boo freaking who? Anne-Marie, let them. It's hilarious. Somebody said last night, they said my laugh was fake. Bitch, my laugh ain't fake. I laugh my ass off about y'all every day. Y'all think y'all bother somebody. The only time I get bothered is when y'all make fun of somebody like Case, who has a legitimate issue. But well, y'all know she's on here watching, Samantha. She watches everything. I swear to God, I think she's got the scent of my ass, because she sniffs me everywhere I go and then follows behind. But wants to say I copy her. Bitch, what you got to copy? Nothing. You ain't got nothing. Extra AF, honey. I know. It's hilarious. They all think they are so just, self-righteous, holier than thou, morally superior, and always in the right. Well, guess what? Fuck all y'all. Because you ain't. You ain't no better than we are. And my amusement is real. Mojangles, they ain't missed nothing about Case's stroke. They ain't missed nothing. They just lie like dogs on a rug full of fleas, scratching their ass, nipping at their own damn neck. They cannot see their ass from a hole in the ground. The forest for the trees. They hear what they want to hear. This whole suicidal bullshit. How about take some responsibility for your own damn self? I'm not responsible for your mental health. And if you can't handle somebody defending themselves against things that you've said or done, then don't fucking do it. How about that? If you're not mentally stable enough to take the heat of the shit that you talk about somebody, then don't fucking do it. Capri, she says she doesn't want to be doxxed. Bullshit, bitch. You don't want nobody to know who you are because your ass would be embarrassed. And you talk about your mama watching everything you do. Oh, well, she must be so proud. She must be so proud to have raised the biggest bitter bitch on the internet. The one who puts on a cape as the vigilante of justice on the YouTubes about somebody that ain't never done a damn thing to her. Yeah. But sits over there. Natasha. Her and Angela Ferris, seriously, are they conjoined twins? Mandy, Natasha. I wonder how her daddy's congregation would feel about her sermons of bullshit that she preaches online every day. I wonder. I bet they would love it. Y'all think they'd be worshiping too? You think they'd approve? My mama don't watch me because I cuss. That's called being a parent. But participating in and condoning your bitter Betty bitch of a daughter in her bitch's ways and running back and forth, watching what somebody that your daughter has an imagined beef with on the YouTube streets and reporting about it. Yeah, that's a mama. That's called an even bigger bitter bitch. And yeah, I talked about your mama. You and your mama can get fucked. Maybe that's what y'all need. Good fuck. Maybe then I wouldn't be so angry. So angry all the time. Well, Anne Marie, her mama must not be too damn successful, or she wouldn't be running back and forth between two pissant YouTube channels reporting. I know, right, Peter? I got the whole damn family obsessed. Ain't many got it like me, though. I know. They all want my fat ass. They all want to be my fat ass. That's why they can't quit talking about my fat ass.
Natasha, I'm really just sitting over here just laughing so hard. So I'm just gonna let you talk. You just tell me whenever you get tired of talking.
I'm actually getting dressed now. I'm just walking around talking. It's funny. I enjoy this. This is enjoyment to me. Because these folks are so damn stupid. I don't even think they realize it. I don't even think they realize how stupid they are. And then they've got their sycophants who follow them and, you right. You right. Yep. Yeah. Amen, sister. Amen. You right. They don't even know what the hell she said. Oh, just watching this show. Block us when we defending ourselves. Bitch, how about this? This ain't your damn channel. How stupid I look? Okay. Who's on whose channel? Who's looking stupid? It ain't me, baby. It ain't me. It ain't me. Y'all are my amusement. The only time I get aggravated is when y'all talk about somebody that ain't done shit to y'all. And guess what? It's our channel. We can block a bitter Betty bitch all we want to. We ain't got to let y'all defend yourselves because we don't give a shit. We don't care what you got to say. We don't care. Because it don't matter. Because we done know. Y'all bitter Betty bitches. Oh, Mo, they bothered. They so bothered. Why do you think that bitch is scheduled alive? Because she's bothered. She's always bothered. Every time I mention her, she's bothered. She can't help it. Don't nobody else talk about her. I like to throw her a bone every once in a while. She obviously needs a bone. Dragonfly baby, I know that. I know they block anybody that defends me because they can't handle it. But then they want to talk shit. I will entertain them for a little bit, but then it gets boring. I mean, all they do is repeat themselves over and over and over because that's all they can do. That's it. The same repetitive, boring bullshit over and over and over again. Because they don't know no better. Obviously, they ain't got no raising. I mean, come on. I don't know. I mean, they say I don't get out my recliner. Well, bitch, your hands are stuck to your phone. What's the difference? Just because I sit somewhere? Hell yeah, I sit. My 500-pound ass. I mean, I'm up right now levitating, getting dressed and all, but, you know, because I can't walk because Mandy ate my leg, but, yeah. Whatever. And it's like I told y'all last night. I don't need a damn army. I am my army. But it's damn sure nice to have support. And I got more support than they ever thought of having. And so does Case. And I will take all these bitches on. Every one of them. None of them intimidate me. None of them scare me. Y'all a joke. A slap damn joke. Why y'all think TT's channel, TT is perfect. Because that's what my kids used to call it when they had to piss. She's a freaking piss pot. That's a perfect name for her. Just thought about it. Pissy pot. Pot o' piss. Piss pot. TT. Yeah, perfect. Never thought about that till just now. TT Piss Pot. That's her new name. Piss Pot. Because she's so pissy. It's like she needs her damn diaper changed. she's on here, you know, like Charlie Brown's teacher, because her panties is pissy. Well, baby, there's some things you can get for that. Incontinence is a real issue. And I know that some people deal with it. I myself might piss a little when I laugh. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. But honey, you can deal with it. You can deal with it. You can fix it. You ain't got to be so pissy, baby. You don't have to be so pissy. Get you some cleansing wipes. Maybe I don't know. If you ain't comfortable enough to wear Depends, I mean, if you don't want to go that far, just get you a panty liner, baby. Just get you a panty liner. It'll catch that piss. Then your pants won't be pissy. You might feel better. Is that why you're so angry? That makes sense. This is all starting to make so much more sense now. You know, I say all the time that people's madder than a wet setting hen. Ain't nobody wants to be wet when they setting. I get it. Yeah, it's all starting to make sense now. Maybe they all just need, you know, some feminine hygiene products. Maybe that'll help. Might make her feel better anyhow. Well, they certainly need the diaper rash cream because their asses are always chapped. But, you know, chapped ass, pissy pants, big babies, it fits. It fits. You know, we've got grown babies, so-called women who act like infants. Wah, wah, wah. I said something about somebody, or I said something to somebody, and they defended themselves. Wah, wah, wah. They're mean to me. They're a bully. Because I'm supposed to be able to say whatever I want to on the internet. Nobody's supposed to say anything back to me. And if I've had enough, I'm supposed to be able to say, that's enough, stop. Fuck that. It's enough when I say it's enough. You don't want me to talk about it, then bitch, don't do it. Because you don't get to come at me and then tell me when I should stop. Sorry, it don't work that way. Oh, let's be honest. Am I triggered, baby? Am I triggered? My ass is dry. Wah. 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 Let's be honest. Wah. 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 Yet here you are, running them fingertips 'cause your ass is pissy. Pissy, pissy, pissy. You need me to send you an Amazon link for that, baby. You need me to send you an Amazon link. Do you see how stupid that sounds? Don't come at me, and I won't come at her. Oh, baby, do you see how desperate you sound? Bitter Betty bitch. Bitter Betty bitch. That's you. Boo boo. That's you. Oh, this is fun. This is a fun thing to wake up to. Thank you, Case. Well, Amy, the piss in her panties ought to be able to put some of that smoke to a mere wisp. Let's put that fire out. Crotch fire. That's why their fingers is moving so fast, because their crotch and their ass is on fire from the chappedness. They chapped. They real chapped. I bet shit's all bloody and stuff. Ugh. Yeah. Rose, that's exactly it. Because they can't come at me. Because their shit don't bother me. They've tried. Oh, they've tried. They've tried everything. I mean, next they're going to be calling the Pope thinking I'm Catholic. They've called everybody else or attempted to because they think they know everything. We can always expect alive because that's what she does. And they'll all be in there. Did you see they wouldn't let me talk? In Cam, it's because I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone because I'm moving around. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm floating around on my non existent legs. Wah, wah, wah. Exactly, Beth. I'm just having a good time. This shit's funny. It's funny watching them scatter like a bunch of roaches. Scatter, bitches, scatter. Scatter, scatter, scatter. Mm. Rose, she ain't got to drag them with a trail of lies. They fit right on in, and they think that they are they are the truthful masses. Okay, you don't like me. Good for you. I don't give a shit. Case, I told you yesterday. I got you. I mean, Mm-mm. Nope. That bitch just said it all. She just said it all. So I hope somebody got a screenshot of that. She comes at me. But the reason she comes at Case is because I come at her. Yeah, that's some adult mentality right there. That's some adult mentality. What does that mean? You're too strong, so I'll come at somebody who I perceive as weaker to get at you. And who's the bully? Yeah, bitches, because y'all know I can take it. Ain't none of y'all ever going to affect me and my mental health. None. Not any of you irrelevant pissy pant pissants. Sorry. Ain't happening, baby. Ain't happening. No, like, Mama, I sure shouldn't. I can't. They won't let us in the hospital. But thanks. Try again. Her boyfriend and my mama are the only two people that can go in, not even her children. Pick a better one. Pick a better one there. Boo boo. I'm leading the army, baby. I am leading the army in my recliner and no legs. Dragon, they lie about everything. And then if somebody comes up on panel, somebody sent me a clip. They'll say I've said something, and truth teller don't even know if it's true. She'll say, "Yep, she did say that. Yep, yep, yep. Bitch, you the yep man. Yep, 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 yep. Like that dude who buys storage auctions. Yep, yep, yep. See, I know, baby. I know. I know. And they literally sit there and say my laugh is fake. Yeah, because they want to think my laugh is fake. They want to think that they bother me. I literally laugh at these bitches all day. Every time somebody sends me a screenshot, I crack my ass off. Crack my ass off. Let's be honest, boo boo. I ain't twisting shit. That's what you said, bitch. Go back and read it. Go back and read it. Just like, thank you, baby. My man just brought me a drink, and he also was answering my phone at what? What time was it this morning?
Yeah, like 2:00.
2:00 this morning, when some bitter Betty bitch kept calling and playing the 1, 2, we're coming for you. 3, 4 bullshit. And then they would play the clip of Mandy saying, "Kill yourself, bitch." So thank you, let's be honest. Thank you for that screenshot of showing just how bitter a bitch you are. No, Jennifer, I'm not kidding. Dalton, come here, baby. No. Unknown number, same number or same shit they were pulling when I was live last night. They kept calling, and Dalton was answering the phone. And they would play that song and then play that clip for him. And he was like, "I ain't a woman, I'm a man." It's hilarious. Dalton said, "Why don't you just block them?" I said, "Because at this point it's amusing." What'd you tell him last night?
I told him this was a guy. Shut up.
He did tell him to shut up. Yes, you got a receipt.
Receipt.
Did you get any receipts from the store?
No, they didn't give me one.
Oh, darn. I want to scan it. I'm addicted to the scanning shit again.
I'm sorry. Well, I'll start saving them all.
I've gotten back into the fetch thing.
Yeah, I'll start saving them. No problem. From now on.
Well, I just threw that in the floor.
I see that.
Shit. I can't do nothing. Now, oh my God. TT was making fun of Dalton's job. Oh, I'm sure they stalked that. The other night when they did trivia, he was one of their questions. What does Dalton do for a living? Bitch, he works. You know anything about that? She called him the milkman. Well, yeah, yeah, he is. He works for a milk company. He has for how long, babe? 33 years. 33 years he has worked at the same job. So, yeah. I mean, I know ain't none of them got a work history like that because most of them don't work, but, yeah. They like to mock and make fun of me and say that I don't work and I don't do this and I don't do that, but I make more than they do. Well, now I've lost my mouse. Did you see it? I've lost my mouse. Rose, it wouldn't be the first time. Yes, Dragonfly, I was the subject of their trivia. Well, in Cam, because obviously they have discussed it and went real life because that's what they do. Yeah, I'm not sure why they were laughing about it either because he has a job. He works harder than any of them ever thought of. Y'all, she knows everything about me. Everything about me. This bitch wants to crawl up in my skin. She literally wants to be sitting here in this recliner with me. And she talks about being beside myself. Bitch, you want to be beside me. You want to be me. You wish you were me. I know, Beth. I know. And I thought it was funny because with trivia, she had 30 people watching. The only time she has anybody watching her dumbass is when she's talking about drama about me. Me. I am her channel. I am her channel. That's why she doesn't even have 100 subs on her true crime channel. Because she sucks. She sucks. I know, Cece. I know she wants to be me. It is hilarious. No, in Cam, the entire trivia wasn't about me. I was just one of the subjects. And Rose, exactly. And that is exactly why I'm here. Rose sent me a message. I saw it as soon as I woke up, and I came here. I came here because Case is my friend. And I ain't having this shit. Y'all want to say Case talks slow because of her having a stroke? Well, bitch, I don't talk slow. I can talk for both of us. And I'll out talk any of y'all dumbass bitches. Because Case is my friend. And see, difference between me and y'all, I'm actually loyal and I defend people that I consider my friend. Oh, Amy, I don't doubt it, girl. She's probably wearing them around all day, every day. I'm going to fix this thing again. Every time I think I get it fixed, it messes up again. Y'all, they're just pathetic. They're 100% pathetic. To make fun of a woman who had a stroke at 35 and has fought her ass. Hang on, y'all. My aunt's calling me. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey guys, I'm here. I just had it on mute. Um, I just had it on mute while Natasha was talking because my speakers messed up my laptop. But I appreciate every one of you so much. I really do. I appreciate Rose for texting Natasha. No one knew that I was going live. I didn't tell anyone. I had it on my mind, and I was going to take care of what I thought needed to be taken care of. Hey guys, I'm here. I just had it on mute. So I just wanted to tell you all thank you so much. I'm going to get off here because my husband will be home soon. I'm gonna get ready, and he's gonna take me to get some lunch. I won't be getting out of the car, but oh, Carrie, I tell you what, the next live, if you don't mind, we'll do it because when my microphone's messed up, I'll use my other laptop. I honestly, hey Scarlett, I didn't. I love you too, Scarlett. I really didn't think this many people would be hearing all this. And I just wanted to just tell everybody, how I felt about Laura. Go back, if you don't mind, go watch it's the 17-minute mark of her live last night. She was making fun of my speech again. She said that I couldn't get 3 words out in a row. And if she was making fun of me. Even after being told that last night for sure, being told so that I'd had a stroke, they continue to laugh at me and throughout the live. Yes, just like let me see something before I go real quick. Yeah, they are obsessed. But guys, I'm going to get off of here. I thank you all so much for coming. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going as soon as my throat is recovered from whatever I've had this week. I'm going to be doing more lives. It's just I've got to. Laura, I've got my head up. I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest, and so I can go forward. I'm good. I promise y'all, I'm good. It's just I learned in therapy, if you have something that really bothers you or is getting to you, you need to express it. And I wasn't going to give them the pleasure of expressing something to my family that I love with all my heart. I wasn't going to give them the pleasure of having their name brought up in my household. I wasn't going to do that. They haven't earned the right to be discussed with my family. So that they don't get that right. They don't. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot to me. It really does. And I will thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Thank you, Scarlett. All right, guys, I will talk to you all later. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day.